Most people believe that big financial decisions are what shape their future. They think buying a house, getting a higher salary, or making one smart investment is what really matters. But in reality, your financial life is shaped by something much smaller, your everyday money decisions, the ones you barely think about, the ones that feel too small to matter. Every day, you make dozens of choices involving money. What to buy, what to skip, what to postpone. Most of these decisions feel harmless. They don't feel risky, they don't feel important, and they rarely feel emotional. That's exactly why they're powerful. Small money decisions don't feel dangerous because their impact is delayed. Nothing bad happens immediately. You spend a little today, everything feels fine tomorrow, and life continues as usual. But when small decisions repeat every day, they quietly build momentum, and momentum shapes outcomes. This is why many people feel confused about their finances. They don't remember making any big mistakes. They never bought something outrageous. They never took extreme risks. Yet money still feels tight. Savings don't grow. Stress slowly increases, and financial progress feels stuck. The problem isn't one big decision, it's repetition. Small spending habits repeated daily have more impact than one large purchase, because habits compound. Think about it this way. A single small expense feels insignificant, but the same expense repeated hundreds of times becomes a pattern, and patterns shape your financial reality, not overnight, but over years. This is also why budgeting often feels frustrating for many people. They focus on big categories, big goals, big numbers, but they ignore the small daily behavior that actually drives results. Without awareness of daily habits, budgets become temporary, and temporary systems don't create lasting change. The key difference between people who feel financially stable and those who don't is not income, it's awareness. People who feel in control notice their patterns. They slow down before spending. They pause before repeating habits. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on understanding. Awareness creates a gap between impulse and action, and that gap changes everything. Instead of reacting automatically, you begin choosing intentionally. Not perfectly, not strictly, but consistently. At first, nothing dramatic happens. There's no sudden transformation, but slowly, stress begins to decrease. Decisions feel lighter, money feels less emotional, and progress feels possible. Over time, small improvements start stacking up. You spend with more intention, you save without forcing it, and money becomes more predictable. Not because you became disciplined overnight, but because you became aware. This is how financial stability is actually built, not through extreme rules, not through one-time decisions, but through small habits repeated daily. Big financial decisions matter, but they only work when supported by small habits. Without strong daily behavior, even the best financial plans fall apart. If you want to improve your financial life, don't start with drastic changes. Start with noticing. Notice where money goes. Notice what triggers spending. Notice which habits repeat automatically. Awareness always comes before control. When you understand your habits, money stops feeling confusing. It stops disappearing without explanation, and it starts responding to intention. This channel exists to help you understand those everyday money habits, because when you change small decisions, you change long-term outcomes. And that's how real financial progress begins.